There's another mod worth being excited about. Fifu, being the jolly little fella that he is, made a mod that works unlike any of the other mods in the community. You can install it over other mods, meaning that you can have the All Towers mod installed or the Impossible Mode mod installed and still use Fifu's mod, which is called the Infinite Heroes mod. Just saying that and knowing that it's real gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm sure a lot of fans have dreamed about getting to use multiple heroes, almost as much as they have dreamed about using towers from the other games. Now, both of those dreams are a reality, for Kingdom Rush 1 at least. As long as you have a legitimate copy of Kingdom Rush 1, it's possible to install this mod into the game. However, the way that you install the Infinite Heroes mod is different to that of the other mods so far. Therefore, I have a pre-recorded video explaining how to install this one, as well as some tips and tricks for optimizing your enjoyment of the mod. Take it away, past me. Thank you, future me. Looking handsome, by the way. Would. Anyways, the 0th step that you're going to want to perform is going to Steam and going to Kingdom Rush 1 in your game's library. This is the only one that the Infinite Heroes mod is available for. And you're going to want to right-click on this, go to Properties, and then the third option here should be Installed Files. Verify the integrity of the game files. I've just done this, so I'm not going to show the process because it will take some time as it does this. But effectively, it resets the game back to its vanilla state. That way, in case you've been messing with the mods before, you can undo this and then start from a fresh slate, so that way you know exactly what you have to install. Since now there are only 2 layers total, it shouldn't be too time consuming to go back to the original state of the game's mods when you want to redo it for whatever reason. So I highly recommend doing this step. Once that's done, you can just exit out of Steam. And then you're going to want to go to my Discord server. You're going to want to ignore the 130 DMs that you have from Laura, because all of you have that many DMs from Laura. And go into the Mod Links channel on my Discord server. If you don't see this yet, then you just need to verify yourself in the server. Make sure that you're not a bot. So once that's done, go to my message here, or the Visit on Enjoy message at the top. Both of them should be pretty much identical. And the first of the mods that you're going to want to install is not the Infinite Heroes mod. You would want to install this over another one. So let's say that you want to play with all towers, or you want to play with the rebalanced version of the game with the Impossible mode, or you want to play the Lore Accurate mod, which is another form of rebalancing that's been done by Billy Woods. There's KRB that's been made by Orb. All sorts of options here. So basically, everything except for the mobile mod that's listed before the Infinite Heroes mod is something that you can and should install first. So let's just say that I choose this link. So if I clicked on this link, it would take me to this page here where I can download the exe for this game. This is the same as always. So if I wanted to click download, I could click that. I already did though. So I'm going to go to my file explorer. I'm going to showcase how messy my downloads are. So take this. We're going to, well, I right clicked, but I'm waiting for it to finish loading. Okay, that's not a good omen. Okay, there we go. I'm going to cut this because I find it the easiest, so that way I don't get overlap with my like amount of exes that I've downloaded. Now we're going to showcase how bad my storage is. Go here. You could also go from the Steam page to get to the game as well by browsing local files, but I'm just used to this method. So we're going to go through this path: Program Files, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Kingdom Rush, and then we're going to paste the thing that we cut over. We place the file, and now we have the Impossible Mode rebalanced version of the game installed. You can see that the amount of storage that this takes up is identical to the download that I had as well, and it's replaced the other one. And also, if I go back to my downloads, now the Kingdom Rush thing that I downloaded is not there, so I'm not taking up twice as much space with it. Now that that's done, we can click on the square, then open this up with 7-zip. You're going to need 7-zip if you don't have it. It's free to get. Then you're going to open archive and the first option, not the second one. And once you go here, you'll have access to these folders. Don't click on anything in here just yet. Then you're going to go back to my Discord server, go to the Infinite Heroes mod, click on this, and then here we go. The option to download this is here as well. Let me see. Yep. This is the option to download. So here we go. That was very quickly downloaded, so that's good to see. So we're going to go back to the downloads right here. I know how to navigate my computer. We're going to extract. The location that it chooses is the same as where it's been downloaded to, so that's fine. Click into this, and if you don't know what happened here, it basically opened up a second window that goes directly into this version of the folder that doesn't have the zip anymore. So actually, you know what? I'll just exit out of this so you can see. So click this open again, and then we have access to all 4 of these and the how to use, but don't worry about the how to use. I'm the how to use. This video is the how to use. I drag selected all of these, and we're going to drag them over here to the 7-zip archive, and we're going to paste them over the 4 identically named folders. So hit yes, let the green bar make its progress, let it pause, and then make more progress. And there, now this is installed over the other mod, so they should work in conjunction with each other. Now to test this out, let me just exit out of all these things. I don't trust my computer to have all these things open. In fact, I don't even trust to have Discord open. So let me close all of those, and we're going to open up Kingdom Rush 1 just to test out to see if everything is working here as intended. So just hit start. Bring it on. There should be no sound at the time, so you can just hear my voice. Open up slot 1 since that's what I've got. Alright, looks good to me. These 2 extra levels mean that the Impossible Mode mod is working. If you only see one of these 2, it might be because you haven't completed this yet. You need to complete this one to unlock this one. And in order to unlock this one, I believe you need to do the Ruins of Akaroth. But I might be mistaken on that. Either way, you should have 140 max stars on your file. Now let's open up the hero room for the moment of truth. And boom, we have the UI. In fact, I have the saved UI from the last time I was using this mod. So first things first, the reset button is very important here. This will just deselect all heroes that you have. So that way you just have a blank slate to work with. As I said previously, having a blank slate is always helpful. Now, these other buttons are kind of self-explanatory. Pressing up on this means that you get 1 more Gerald. Pressing up on this means that you get 1 more Lyria. Let's say I don't want Lyria because she's bad. Then I just do this and get rid of her. But this is rebalanced, so I do want Lyria. In fact, I'll take many Illyrias. So we'll just get up to 6 Illyrias, and we have 1 Gerald here. This button here, I forget what it does actually, so I'll just let my future self figure out what that does. And this should be the count of how many heroes total you have. So I have 7 heroes total. That should be all the information you need. If you really want to go and playtest it, I always recommend going into the Dark Tower Heroic. You get a good amount of starting gold. It's not an iron challenge, so you have the opportunity to build every tower. So if I build this and upgrade it tier 4, I have all the options. Baby Ashbite, all that stuff. And I have all these heroes, which is nice to see. When you're in game, you can press tab and it'll bring up all of the other heroes that you've got. So if you want to migrate them a bit more intensely, that's the option. Pressing the 4 hotkey allows me to use Gerald. 5 is the first Illyria, 6 is the next one, and so on and so forth. 0 does not work for the 7th hero here, but I believe that the plus sign button is actually supposed to allow you to assign more hotkeys. So if you press that plus sign and then press, like, say Q, for example, then the Q hotkey should allow you to assign the next hero to that. So let me actually go back and let's reset, actually. So Gerald, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Press the plus button. Oh, no, I have to be holding it. So hold this and then press Q. There's no feedback on that, I believe. But we'll just go back into the heroic and let me see if that works. So Q. Oh, maybe tab in the Q. No, that didn't work. Okay, never mind. Build experiment. Alright, that's all that I wanted to showcase, though. Thanks for watching. As of right now, that hotkey button did not work, but check the comments or description of this video in case it is updated to work, and if it works differently in the future. For now though, we can enjoy the ability to freely use any combination of heroes in Kingdom Rush 1. The possibilities are literally infinite. You can have as many of one hero as you want, you can have as many different heroes as you want, and you can have as many heroes as you want. Unlike towers, you don't need anything like gold to add heroes into your arsenal. This means that players are free to utilize as many heroes as necessary in order to make a once impossible challenge now possible. Once again, the possibilities for what players can do has expanded tremendously. The last times I said this were after the release of the All Towers mod and then the release of the Impossible mode for Kingdom Rush 1. But I know how people think. The Impossible difficulty was the closest thing to new playable content, and therefore that was what got the most attention and interest in the community. New ways to use old content will generally not be as appealing as new content itself, unless that new content is really not that interesting. I don't want to give the impression that I am faking being interested in the Infinite Heroes mod though. In fact, I am genuinely loving that FIFU was able to improve upon the UI of the game and make it so that you can control your hero roster as much as possible. In that regard, it already stands out from any other mod in the community so far. But I also recognize the trend that follows every other release of a mod, where I'm excited and hyped for something new, but other YouTube channels rarely give it that much attention. I don't mean to call anyone out, but other than the coziness videos about Impossible mode and Chaos mode, nothing has matched the high octane that I was anticipating since the beginning. That's why I have the following 2 questions to the community. 1. When a video about Kingdom Rush shows up in your recommendations, what do you think of it generally? Are you interested innately in Kingdom Rush, or are you interested because it's about something novel? I have noticed that some people have an interest in just listening to someone talk about a thing they like. I could literally read off the encyclopedias of each game, and some people would find that interesting. So I just want to gauge where the community as a whole stands on entertainment based on Kingdom Rush. 2. What do people think of Legends of Kingdom Rush at this time? I know the game has been neglected by Ironhide for a while at this point, but I keep feeling an inclination to talk about the game still. No matter how dead it is update-wise, I still consider it an interesting game, but I have no idea what other people in the community think of it. Be honest with me. Even if nobody cares about either of these things anymore, it won't change whether or not I make videos about the stuff that interests me. But I do like knowing that I am helping people by showcasing stuff that might interest them, which is why making videos about the Kingdom Rush mods has been so fun up until this point. So let's just keep having fun, however we can.